Hey, what's up guys and welcome to Anime King 2, and today I'm gonna be giving you part 61 of Uchiha Naruto the Sage. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and after this I'm gonna be posting Naruto, the god of shinobi, so stay in tune for that and enjoy the lovely what if coming your way. And also go ahead and check out Anime King 2, my main channel. And if this is the first time you're hearing of Anime King 2, go over there and enjoy the 500 lovely what ifs. And if you do, click that red subscribe button and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And tonight over there, I'm going to be posting what if Naruto went missing for 4 years. And also, what if Naruto was taken by the Raikage. So enjoy those. And if you're new to Anime King 2 and this is the first time you hear my voice, what you waiting for guys? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King 2 family and be a part of the channel. And also comment down below and tell me if you're new to the channel. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, the last time we left off, the sun was going to be attacked by Oniki and his man, as Oniki sent a large amount of his soldiers, but Naruto easily wiped all of them out with a giant meteor from the sky. Tobi also told Sasuke about Naruto heritage and that Madara Uchiha is Naruto's grandfather, as Sasuke was shocked by that news. So Naruto met up with Tobi as Tobi changed his mask, as he now has the Rinnegan and the Sharingan. Zetsu gave him one of the Rinnegans. So the last part we left off, both Naruto and Tobi charge at each other. So you guys can switch over to the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Naruto sent a fist towards Obito's face, as Naruto merely phased right through him, as Obito flipped around and grabbed Naruto's wrist, as Naruto smirked, as before Tobi could figure out why Naruto was smirking, he felt a shock run through his body. Tobi flipped back as Naruto looked at him. You are using both Rinnegan and Sharingan. But as Madara told you, because of the Rinnegan that you're using, you cannot use the full extent of your Sharingan, and you're weak, so that is why you can only possess one Rinnegan, Naruto said. Your Mokiton is half cooked. Your power will never match mine, and the Rinnegan that you have won't change that, Naruto said, as he charged at Obito again. As he formed a fire Rasengan, as he rushed at Obito, as the Rasengan phased through Obito, but it then disappeared out of Naruto's hand, as Naruto jumped a distance. Obito's chest, where his cloak was, then burned away as Obito dropped to the ground, as his shirt completely disintegrated because of the fire Rasengan. You see Obito, I have studied your Kamui for a long time now. Using my eyes, I have discovered that your world and Kakashi is connected. I could never enter your dimension because my Mangekyou could not, but my Rinnegan can. That still won't help you. I suspected that you will figure out my jutsu, but you won't win, said Obito. So how do you suppose that you can defeat me? Both our Rinnegans make ninjutsu useless. So how will you win, Naruto asked. I already have that sorted out. I don't need to tell you, I just need to show you, said Obito. As he rushed towards Naruto, as he swung his gun bay at Naruto, who flipped back as a spike came out of the ground. Naruto flipped and dodged it, as he then landed on the rock. As the rock under him started to break, and lots of spikes erupted. Almighty push, said Naruto, as he blew away all of them, and he landed gracefully. You're not worth my time, Obito, Naruto said. You're not my equal. And I know that if I should kill you, you might sacrifice your right eye and use Izanagi to rewrite the reality. You may even do what Madara did when he was killed by Hashirama. So, what do you plan on doing then? Obito asked. I will deactivate your Sharingan permanently, and I will seal away your Rinnegan, ensuring that you will never use it again. I already told you that I won't fight you, so I will take away all of your weapons and talk to you. That is not possible. Zetsu handed over the Rinnegan to you, said Naruto with a smirk. But I had the Rinnegan first. You are rather talkative today, said Obito, as he was wondering, what did Naruto do to the Rinnegan to make him so extra cocky today? You think so, Naruto said, holding out his right hand. He didn't notice that he was talking more than usual, as he never really talked to Obito. Well then, let us get the battle started again, Naruto said as he walked towards Obito slowly. But Obito did not move an inch, as he merely held his gun bay on his right arm, as Naruto made his way towards him. Naruto then vanished in a burst of speed as he appeared in front of Obito. Almighty push! Obito was not blown away like the last time, as Naruto then brushed away the hair that covered his next eye, revealing his Mangekyou Sharingan. As Naruto held up a hand seal, as his right Mangekyou Sharingan spun, as Obito was froze. He couldn't move. What the hell? Obito thought as he tried to move, as his vision on his right eye became blurry, as it then completely disappeared, as he realized that he can move again. He then jumped away from Naruto, as he could see that it was the same with Naruto. His right eye had closed. Damn it, Obito cursed, as his Sharingan was no longer activated. He tried to, but nothing happened. Naruto sacrificed his own right eye to lock away his. What did you do? Obito said, as he already knew the answer, but this was just unreal, as his whole fighting stance was based on his faith in power. But now Naruto sealed away his Sharingan. I took away your right eye at the cost of mine, but don't think that I lost one of my eyes. I replaced my eternal Mangekyou Sharingan with my original eye. As Naruto smiled, as Obito gritted his teeth, that mean Naruto switched back his original eye that he had before he inserted Madara eye to get the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. As Obito was cursing, but Naruto has weakened himself for the fight. On the good side, he could not use the Susanoo, but he didn't know about Naruto's Rinnegan. But neither of them could use their full power, which was good for him. I certainly did not expect things to turn out this way. You have planned a lot on this, Obito said, quietly. Now then, shall we get to the other part, Naruto said, holding out his right arm, as he vanished in a burst of speed, as he closed the distance between him and Obito, as he had a Rasen Shuriken in his hand, as he threw it at Obito. With the speed that the Rasen Shuriken was coming, Obito could not dodge, and plus it could not phase through him, so he has to absorb it. But he remembered what Naruto said, that he did something to the Rinnegan, but he has to, as Obito held up his hand and absorbed the jutsu. The moment he absorbed the jutsu, he saw a smirk on Naruto's face. To activate everything, I need you to absorb my chakra so I can begin. Suddenly, Obito's move was restricted. What is this? He said, as he couldn't move. When did this happen? Naruto ignored his question as he moved closer to Obito and removed his mask. As Naruto threw the mask to the ground and crushed it. As Obito gritted his teeth, if you could do this from the beginning, why did you sacrifice your Sharingan? I just wanted to take away your prized eye, and I was interested to see if the jutsu really worked. You see, I never tried before. But let us introduce the next character of this play, Naruto said as he snapped his hand, and a portal opened up next to him, as a woman, the same height as Naruto, stepped out, looking a bit nervous. As she looked straight at Obito. Obito, what is going on? What happened to you? Ren? Obito said, stuttering, with his wide eyes, as he quickly realized her tone, and how could he forget that face? But it wasn't a genjutsu. The Rinnegan could have told him that. No, you're dead, said Obito, as Ren looked confused. What are you talking about, Obito? Are you referring to the incident with Kakashi? No, you're dead. I saw it, said Obito. You were killed as Shidori threw your heart. Ren walked over to Obito as she hit him on the forehead, Don't talk like that, she said, scolding him, like when they were kids. Naruto then pulled Ren towards him, as Obito heard the sounds of chirping birds. This is not one of Zetsu's clones. As you can see by the Rinnegan, she's alive. You allow me to take these eyes so I can see everything clearly. If I didn't have the Rinnegan, I would have thought that she was just a clone, Obito said, gritting his teeth. Naruto did not deny it, as Obito looked at his hand, as lightning was coursing off of it. The Rinnegan allow you to see the real view of reality. How, Obito asked, as he wanted to know, how was Ren alive? Who brought her back, said Obito. I don't know, said Naruto with a shrug, as he held out his hand, as the lightning was coursing off of it. This is how it happened, didn't it? As Naruto rushed at Ren to pierce her through the chest, as her eyes went wide, not knowing what the hell was going on. As Obito, with the spur of the moment, pushed back Naruto's chakra over the Rinnegan and run in front of Ren, as Naruto pierced him through the chest, but he was still alive. I knew that he would do something like that. Are you alright, Obito? Said Ren. But before she could say anything else, an orange blade pierced through her back. This is the second time that you have failed to save her. You are a failure, Obito, pathetic even. Back then, you blamed Minato for not being on time to save her. Yet you were alive, why didn't you save her? Even now, she's going to die. Who are you going to blame for your failure? As Naruto used the Susanoo blade and ripped her apart, as he then kicked Obito on the chest, making him fall down on the ground. Poor Obito. When I become God, I will make sure I take you back to the beginning, and I'll make you watch Kakashi kill Ren over and over again, and I will make you experience every single thing. As Obito coughed out blood, as his wound that Naruto pierced him through his chest was leaking even more, as his eye started to get foggy, as he slowly closed it. Well, that was more trouble than it worth, Naruto said, as he looked down at Obito's dead body. Now, that is the end of the Akatsuki, but there is still Kisame, but I will deal with him soon. As Naruto then heard clapping coming from behind him, as Kabuto was a distance away from him. Kabuto, Naruto said, as he turned and faced the man. I thought I killed you back then, but it seems like you're just like your master, Orochimaru, slippery as ever, but I'll make sure you die this time. My Naruto, there is no need for that, said Kabuto with a big grin on his face. You're in a rush, but I'll calm you down, said Kabuto, as he ran through hand signs. As Naruto recognized the hand signs, as Kabuto did the Edo Tensei, as a coffin rose from the ground. As Naruto looked at the coffin, as the door then blew off, as Uchiha Madara walked out. He then looked down at his hands. I thought either Obito or Naruto would have revived me, but this is a reanimation jutsu. But it does not matter anyways, he said, looking around the place. Obito is dead, said Kabuto. Who are you? Said Madara. I am Kabuto. I have been working for Obito for a few months now. As Madara didn't say anything, as his eyes turned and locked with Naruto's, as they stared at each other, as Naruto wasn't surprised to see his grandfather in the living world. As Madara was the first to speak, you certainly are my grandson. I know that I would see you again, grandfather, Naruto said, as he then turned to Kabuto. Why did you do this? Nagato is dead, and so is Obito, and you don't like me very much. I have no place to hide, but with him I can even the score, Kabuto replied, with a smug look on his face. You think you can control Uchiha Madara? Foolish child, Naruto said. Are you forgetting something, Naruto? If you try to kill me, and if you do, the Edo Tensei would not be undone, and I am sure that you don't want your powerful, undead grandfather walking about the nations, said Kabuto, as Madara was just there standing, listening to everything and not saying a word. I do not care about that. Grandfather can live. He and I have a score to settle. You will die here. Naruto then turned to Madara. Zetsu should be making his appearance in a few seconds. As Naruto was right, Zetsu emerged from the ground, away from the two Uchihas. Madara eyes then spin as he turned around to Kabuto, as he slammed his hand together. "What is this?" Kabuto said, as Madara Susanoo flared to life, as Kabuto was stabbed right through the chest with a blade. As Naruto walked up to his grandfather, "There's a problem with your infinite Tsukuyomi." "What is that?" Madara asked. "When you die, after doing the infinite Tsukuyomi on the world, the Jubi will be free, and then no one would be around powerful enough to stop it, so it will wipe out the human race, and that will be the end of the humans. And you're not immortal, and you will die," said Naruto. "Being the caster of the Tsukuyomi, you won't live like everyone else. They will stay in there and remain as they will be on the nature of the tree. However, you will not. So what do you want to do then?" "Well, I do have the answer for immortality," said Naruto, "but I will tell you about it when we dance for death. But I want to know something. Tell me how I became me. Obito called my mother a rejected Uchiha. I am curious about that." "I see. I never told you about it back then. It would have made things difficult if I did." As Madara then sat down, as did Naruto. "When I left Konoha to pursue my dream, I realized that time wasn't on my side. I did not have anyone to take up the dream of the infinite Tsukuyomi for me, and if I die without passing on that information, this world would remain the same corrupted world. With that in mind, I looked for a Uzumaki woman, and I swayed her. I have to say, it wasn't that difficult, especially since she wanted a child badly. I wanted a child of my own because I saw no one capable of fulfilling my plan, and I knew for certain that a child born of me and the Uzumaki clan will be powerful. I waited patiently for the child to be born, but I was disappointed when the child turned out to be a girl. The girl was not what I wanted, so I rejected the woman and the child to look for someone I can use. And your grandmother rejected my blood flowing through Kushina's veins, and she makes sure that the Uchiha genes inside of Kushina never dominated. But I didn't care back then. But I did keep an eye on them from far," Madara said as he looked at Naruto, whose expression has not changed since he started to talk. "I see. So this is why Obito called her the rejected Uchiha. So you rejected her after all. Funny, Konoha also rejected me as their hero after Minato sealed the nine-tail inside of me, for me to be the hero of holding back the beast," Naruto said, shaking his head. "You must have been mad when Obito called your mother a rejected Uchiha," said Madara. "I was angry a little, but there is nothing to be angry about now, since I know the truth. After that was ended, I waited for years until I find Obito and I shaped him. While at the same time I knew what was happening to Kushina, I know she was made the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. And then I found out that she was pregnant. When I found out that she was having a son, I waited patiently to take you from her, but I would have waited for you to grow up a bit. The night you were born, Obito went on his own and decided to destroy Konoha with the Kyuubi. At that time, Obito did not know that Kushina was my child. He didn't care for this world or anyone in it, since the death of Ren," said Madara. "I could have sent Zetsu to take you away, but I wanted to see how you would develop as the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, and seeing all those years, I just realized how corrupted and hateful this world really was, and I still allowed Obito to work on the Tsukuyomi plan, and I watched you inside of Konoha. After I'd seen enough, I then took you in, and I started to teach you what was necessary," said Madara. "And that is where we're up to right now. But I knew that you would get powerful and kill Obito, and I also wanted you to become Hokage, so you would be put in a position where you can see the true world with your own eyes. And I was also planning on fighting with you, It would be boring if I was revived, but there was no one to challenge me. Naruto nodded calmly. As I said, I would have revived you anyway, even not for a battle, but you're still useful. We will get to that at a later date, said Naruto. Interesting, said Madara, as he was curious how Naruto planned to use him. It does seem that our battle will be bigger than the one that I have with Hashirama. Naruto nodded in agreement. So do you still plan on becoming Hokage? I wanted to, but my patience with Konoha is running thin. You know what's funny, grandfather, said Naruto, changing the subject. What is? Madara asked. You're so proud of manipulating others that you never saw that someone was manipulating you. This plan of yours was formed when Aizuna died. Aizuna is Madara's brother. Even with that, you could have joined with Hashirama before Aizuna died, but he told you no. If you would have joined with him back then, he would have healed Aizuna and things would have turned out differently. Aizuna was close to you, and when he died, you betrayed this world and wanted a world of dreams. Aren't you like Obito in that way? No, not really, Naruto said, shaking his head. Obito only wanted to live with Rinnegan, but you wanted peace. Perhaps your plans were not manipulated by your love for your brother. Naruto then stood up as he vanished. Madara turned as he looked at Zetsu. Naruto has developed in a way that I have not thought would have been possible, and it seems that he has already surpassed me. As Madara then paused for a moment, can I assume that he has the Gedo statue? As Zetsu nodded, and I don't think that he will allow you to summon it, said Zetsu. That is fine. I will just allow him to collect all the bijus for me. Naruto may be strong, but I know the working of his bodies even more than he does. I created his body after all, said Madara with a smirk. Time skip. For the past week, Naruto never returned to Konoha, as he was staying in the capital of the rice field, far away from the world. The Crystal Palace was the only place he could sit about without anyone disturbing him. The basement level of the palace was also sealed and free of Zetsu. The whole week he spent in there without seeing the sun or the moon. Surely, the villages are in trouble that Uchiha Madara has returned, as he was sure that no one was watching when Kabuto did the Edo Tensei. As Naruto got out of the Crystal Palace, and he vanished in a yellow flash, as he appeared on the Hokage monument, as he stood there for a while, about an hour or so, as an Anbu then appeared at his right. Found you, the Anbu said. You have been called to the council chambers, he said, as he disappeared in a swirl of leaf. Well, that was quick, Naruto thought, as he just came back to the village and snapped they already called a council meeting. In the council chambers, the doors opened and Naruto walked into the chambers. The moment he did, the atmosphere became tense. He could see it in the eyes of the Hokage, the clan heads, and Jiraiya that something was bothering them. Interesting, Naruto said, as he felt the tense atmosphere in the chamber. Naruto then took a seat. As Tsunade spoke, I am glad you decided to show up on time. What is it then? I just returned, and I found out that I am wanted, Naruto said, as he looked around on everyone. Tsunade sighed before speaking. I'll get straight to it then. The council feels that we should distance ourselves from you. Recent evidence from a source has forced us to consider our standings with you. Along with Madara's return, evidence has brought up your relationship with the trader. Your association with the village will do more harm than good. That is why this council has come up with a decision. Uchiha Naruto, from this moment on, you are hereby banished from this village. I will not put the life of those in the village because of your actions. This is my verdict. You have until sunset to be out of the village. Unbelievable, Naruto thought, as he then started to laugh, as everyone was focused on him, and they all narrowed their eyes, as he then calmed down. I never thought you had the spine to say that in front of my face. As Jiraiya then spoke, Are you going to leave peacefully, or do we have to use force? Who informed you about this source? About my relationship with Madara, Naruto said, as he wondered if Kabuto left something behind to tell them after his death. Kabuto is dead, you made sure of that, said Jiraiya. That damn Kabuto, even in death, he still mess up things. He's like his old master. I should have killed him earlier when I found out that he survived. You still have yet to say anything about your banishment, Tatsumi said, looking at Naruto. As Koharu then spoke, we shouldn't even give him a chance to speak. I don't know why your banishment is temporary. You shouldn't even let him back into the village. From today on, you are no longer a part of Konoha. You are no longer a shinobi in this village, and you should return the Kyuubi. It belongs to us. Is that clear, boy? So, Elder, you think that because I am no longer, as Koharu cut him off, you no longer have no authority here. Don't speak to me, boy. I will be glad if the stone and the cloud gang up and kill you. Oh, I get it now, said Naruto as he activated his Rinnegan. So many envoys around this place. You guys prepare for this. That is why you're acting so confident. It seems you finally realize what you're in, boy, the old woman said, smirking, as, with the amount of envoy, they all thought they were safe. As Shikaku looked at Naruto with an impassive gaze, even though Naruto saw there was some seals around here, that was the doing of Jiraiya, Naruto still seemed calm. Can we really hold him? Shikaku thought to himself. Are you going to leave peacefully? Tsunade asked, as she looked at Naruto. I will, Naruto said. As for my request, the Kyuubi, said Koharu. The Kyuubi does not belong to any of you. And if you want, I can summon it here and hear what the Kyuubi said. Boy, where is the Kyuubi? Said Koharu. You have gone through so much from your childhood by having the beast inside of you, and now we will throw you away like trash. When she said that, Naruto turned his gaze on her. Amaterasu. But guys, we'll be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to be posted. Remember to share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.